Hi everyone, my name is Alana Beauchamp, and today I will be talking about eliminating the pink tax on menstrual products. In many states, menstrual products are seen as a luxury item in comparison to other necessities such as groceries as well as medications. Over 30 states in the United States still use a tax that is called the pink tax on menstrual products as of 2024. And you think a biological necessity should be looked at as a luxury in today's day and age. Why is change necessary? The pink tax affects all women that experience a menstrual cycle every single month, and it is not something that they chose to have. It is something that is by nature, and it's not something that we as women should be taxed on. With us getting our period every single month, there is an economic burden, there being that we spend, as of 2021, a minimum of $150 to $300 monthly on just buying feminine products. So it's not fair that they upcharge something just because it's a necessity for women. Not only with there being an economic burden, but as well as there being a public health concern. With us not being able to reach as many menstrual products, for example, women that are in lower income households or that are just homeless, they struggle more to buy feminine products and be able to have the resources to obtain these products on a monthly basis, which can affect to many different, not only hygienic concerns but also health concerns, because they don't have the proper care to take care of themselves monthly, and with it already being hard for them to get, with the pink tax being something that is implemented, it makes it financially harder and overall more expensive for someone in low income households or that is homeless to even get a hold of these products. What are some more needs? Menstrual products are essential, yet states still tax them while exempting products such as Viagra. So a big debate that has been going on with the pink tax in the last couple of years is that menstrual products that are a necessity by women from a very young age, really most of their life, they are charged the pink tax, while products that are used by men for things such as erectile dysfunction like Viagra are not taxed on, and in most cases are covered by health insurance. Not only that, but from an international perspective, countries such as Canada, India, and the UK have eliminated this tax, as it has not really affected them from an economical perspective, while in America this is still something that is being advocated for and brought up, which is why I wanted to spread some awareness about it today. The ethical perspective. Taxing menstrual products reinforces gender inequality. Like I said earlier, it wasn't a woman's choice to have their menstrual cycle every single month. It is something that just is nature. Therefore, it should not be something that women are taxed on when it was not something that they asked to have. This again goes back to gender inequality and is a topic that needs to be discussed. What is a solution that could be proposed? There could be legislative changes, it being legislations to advocate to classify menstrual product as tax-exempt necessities. When I spoke about this, I wanted to include this example because in a state, the only state here in the United States that has really gone in depth with this from a government perspective as well as by listening to the people in the community has been California. California removed the sale tax on menstrual products as of 2020 and has been the only state to fully get rid of this pink tax on menstrual products as of 2024. It is important for there to be a call to action where it can allow legislative bills to be made and not only created but advocated more in each state, where people can speak up about this topic and give their opinion on if the pink tax should be something that is considered in their state or not. What would be the positive impact? From an economic perspective, women and families will save money annually. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the presentation, women in their lifetime spend almost $18,200 on just feminine products. So with the pink tax not existing, it would help them to save some money, as well as improved health and hygiene. It will help increase access for menstrual products for low-income individuals. As I stated before, for those that are from low-income individuals in households or people that are homeless that just do not have access to menstrual products, it can be a lot easier if they aren't taxed on products that are considered to be necessities when it comes to their overall health. Like I said, it's hard for them to get the products themselves. Why should they be taxed if they don't even have the resources to take care of themselves from a health perspective? You know, like anything else, if you don't take care of your body, things can start being affected. And when women have their menstrual cycle, if they don't take care of themselves properly, it does take effect over time. So without there being the tax, this can also improve a lot of women that are with, you know, low income and poverty, have better health as well as hygiene. And with gender equity, it aligns with policies that recognize gender-based financial disparities. Like I mentioned prior, it all goes back to the same discussion that men and women should be equal. Again, with menstruation not being something that we chose, I think it is something that should be taken into consideration when, again, talking about equality. Women shouldn't have to pay for a product more just because they need it and a man does not. Counter arguments and responses. With revenue concerns, the tax revenue lost is minimal compared to state budget. So the main argument with the pink tax is being that if it is removed, it would somehow affect our economy very immensely. With there being articles since 2021, there's other state budgets that, if those were taken away, would hurt the economy more than the pink tax. But from other perspectives, it could be seen that this is just a step that doesn't want to be taken because it's easier to charge for a menstrual product a little bit more than open another can of worms. Similar exemptions exist for other necessities such as medical supply. So as I'm filming this, I am currently at my job and I do work with a lot of medical supplies. And it is shown here as well that medical supplies is covered by insurances, while products such as pads, tampons, and other menstrual products are not. So it just doesn't seem to be that fair how things such as an injection for diabetes can be covered while a tampon for certain women cannot be covered when they are both low-income households. So it really just comes from a perspective where if things such as medical supplies could be covered, then there should be a market where necessities for menstrual products should be covered as well without there being a pink tax on them. Other states have successfully removed the tax without any economic disruption. As I mentioned, Canada is the only state that has fully gotten rid of the pink tax. Other states have in certain counties, as well as are in the process of fully getting rid of it. But again, there hasn't been a big economic disruption because it doesn't affect the economy as much as some parts of the country want to make it seem like it does. What can you do? Advocate for policy changes at the state level, donate to groups fighting for period poverty, and educate others on unfair taxation for menstrual products. It is very important for all of us to be aware of the situation and aware of the tax that is being put on menstrual products and a lot of feminine products around the United States. It's important to educate and also help people to fight this period poverty and to really make this a topic that is spoken about more. I don't think that there's many people that are educated on the pink tax because it's not something that we really think about, especially as women. When it's that time of the month, we typically just go into the store, buy what we need, and keep it going. But when you really sit down and you look at it, it is something that we should take into consideration and brought up that it isn't fair. And we should speak about it, and more states should take action to get rid of this tax. Menstrual products are a necessity and not a luxury. A tax on menstruation is a tax on womanhood. That is something that stuck out to me in one of the articles that I read, because it is a tax on womanhood. It's not a choice that we have to bleed every single month, but it is a choice for our government to tax us on something that we need. So if you can, please do a little bit more research into what the pink tax is, and try to find around your community if there's any organization that you can donate to, as well as if your state has any bills or forms that you can sign to help spread the word or stop this tax. Thank you so much for your time.